everybody? It's your boy Saxman. It's the Saxman News. I hope you stay tuned. I got some videos I want you to check out. I'm going to explain a lot of things about the shooting. Pay attention.
It turns out that the police were called to the situation knowing there was a man there with an open warrant who was apparently harassing a woman and stealing her keys. So, no, he was not there, apparently, by the police audio to break up a fight. He was not a good Samaritan. He resisted arrest. We don't know what was in his hand. You don't walk away from the cops while they're pointing guns at your back and then reach into your car unless you want to get shot. That is an idiotic move. It doesn't mean that this is a fully justified shooting. It means it's going to be very difficult to prosecute police officers when literally you buck the police officers off your back, walk away from them while you're under, there's an open warrant for his arrest, right? They're arresting him. He bucks the police officers off his back, and then he walks around the side of his car and reaches into the car. Okay, there's an open warrant out for domestic abuse, and he's got 3 kids in the back of the car. What are they supposed to do? Let him go? Explain this to me. Seriously, explain this to me. But apparently this is worthy of burning down the entire city of Kenosha and every major politician in America claiming that this is an incident of police brutality and police racism. Here is some of the radio scanner audio of the Blake call that caused the police to show up in the first place.
707 2805 40th Street, 280540 Street. Complainant says Jacob Blake isn't supposed to be there, and he took the complainant's keys and is refusing to give them back. Headquarters 618 707 till first 43. We have an alert at this address for 99 for that subject.
107, shots fired.
Happy shot fired.
We need rescue ASAP.
Okay, within 40 seconds, the rescuers were on their way. That's why Jacob Blake is still alive. Okay, so they knew that he was a felon. There was an open warrant for him. The 911 was called because he had stolen keys from a woman. Okay, this was not the case of innocent black man being pulled over by the police for no reason, complying with all police orders, and then being shot for his trouble. That is not what this case was.
Right.
Not from the beginning, not now.
That's right.
But it doesn't matter. Because our media and our politicians have an interest in polarizing the debate and suggesting that America is systemically racist, and thus every flashpoint shooting that is caught on tape is evidence of police racism. This has driven piece of human debris, Sean King, an absolutely awful human being, to tweet out, and Bernie Sanders delegate, by the way, to the Kenosha Police Department, if you do not name the officer who brutally shot Jacob Blake on Sunday, we will simply begin naming officers from your department who may or may not be him. Eff it. Your protection of his identity is unethical. What's his name? Well, maybe they're not naming him because pieces of crap like Sean King are then going to activate a bunch of people to harass the police officer in the absence of evidence and the absence of an investigation. Maybe because this mob justice is no justice at all. It's just garbage people doing garbage things. Maybe it's that, Sean King. And by the way, the fact that Sean King is doing this is unbelievable considering that there was a person who actually committed suicide not all that long ago because Sean King misidentified him as a particular criminal. According to ABC13.com, this is just last year, Robert Paul Cantrell, 49, was found by staff at the Montgomery County Jail early on Tuesday, July 29th. He was found dead in his cell. He was hanged in an apparent suicide. Staff tried to revive him and perform CPR. He was in jail on a charge of robbery evading. He was wrongly accused in the shooting death of a 7-year-old earlier this year. Why? Because Sean King put up a Twitter post of his picture. It was the wrong guy. So definitely I want Sean King to be in charge of mob justice in the United States. Great move, everybody. Really, really strong stuff here. Mob justice is no justice. Social justice, by the way, is also no justice. Individual justice is the only kind of justice that matters. But have you noticed that people are studiously avoiding individual justice? We don't look at the individual circumstances of cases. All we do is we look at the color of the people involved and then make a snap decision on what exactly happened. I don't know what happened in these shootings last night. You don't either yet. We'll find out. I don't have all the details on Jacob Blake, but I'm happy to wait until all of the details come out. You know what nobody else is happy to do? Wait until all the details come out, because they have a pre-existing narrative by which mob justice and social justice matter more than individual justice. The minute that you add any modifier to justice other than the word individual, you are now part of the bad guy crew. You are the problem, not the solution. Individual justice is the solution, not collective justice, not social justice, and certainly not the mob justice that we are seeing right now. Jamal Bowman, who is a person who's about to enter Congress. He just took over Elliot Engel's seat in a primary. He's one of the new members of the squad. Here's what he tweeted out. We need Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to condemn the armed militias that killed 2 people in Kenosha yesterday while working in tandem with local police. These militias are domestic terrorists looking to incite a race war. Protecting private property is cover for their agenda. So in other words, if you showed up and you protected your own private property, according to Jamal Bowman, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden should condemn you. But if you're there to burn down somebody's store, well, then you're a member of the good guy crew. Solid stuff. Now, we're going to get to more of this. Honestly, the Republican National Convention should just show this crap on a loop. Just forget the convention. 2 hours tonight should just be dedicated to showing this stuff on a loop. Because this is the choice right now. Cave to this mob or don't cave to the mob. As we'll see, the mob is coming to your suburb soon. Again, there are real consequences to this sort of insanity. Consequences on a life basis. I mean, people were shot last night in Kenosha, not by the cops, and they were shot last night. There are consequences to business. There's a place called Gravity Gaming Lounge that posted this on Facebook last night. Quote, "For those that heard, we got looted. Everything in the store was taken. The place was destroyed. For a business that was struggling to get back to normal and pushing through these hard times, we will not be able to come back from this. The damage to our building, the cost to replace the exterior damage, and to top it off to replace everything stolen is going to be catastrophic. As we look to see the total cost, at this point, we'll be closing down completely." And this is what happens in cities when you allow all of this crap to happen. When all of this crap is allowed to run roughshod. Where the mob rules, again, chaos follows. And that is what you're seeing. And you're seeing it spread into the suburbs. This is not relegated to high crime areas anymore. You're starting to see people being harassed in public places. Remember that time when it was just about, if you're a Trump official, we're going to yell at you at a restaurant? Well, no longer. Now, we're just going to yell at you no matter where you are. There was an unbelievable tape yesterday of a crew of people harassing a woman at a Washington, D.C. outdoor restaurant. She's just sitting there. By the way, she says that she's repeatedly marched with Black Lives Matters. She just was not going to be bullied into doing anything by a mob. So good for her. Good for her. Well done, everybody here in the crowd. Apparently, one of the people who was doing this crap was a writer for Deadspin. His name was Modiano. And this Modiano character, Chuck Modiano, he decided that he couldn't understand why she was the only diner in the area who wouldn't comply with the demand. What was in you? You couldn't do this? And Victor, who's an urban planner, the woman's name is Victor. Her name is Lauren B. Victor. She said, "I felt I was under attack." She said that there was something wrong about being coerced to show support. She said, "I wasn't actually frightened. I didn't think they'd do anything to me. I'm very much with them. I've been marching with them for weeks and weeks and weeks." Yeah, but here's Captain Deadspin over here bullying a woman and getting in her face and screaming in her face in the middle of a COVID pandemic. So solid stuff here from your BLM crew. So we get malice shaming mobs. This is really exciting stuff. So now the law is on the side of the mob. It's on the side of the bullies. Now, some of the great heroes in American history are people who withstood the mob to stand up for their rights. And people like John Lewis, who literally withstood a racist mob to sit and just take a milkshake at a lunch counter, right? That is great American heroism. Now, the same people claiming John Lewis's mantle are trying to shout people into submission and bully them into putting up a fist.
This video is brought to you by TatumReport.com. TatumReport.com. Get the link in the description section. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Hit the join button so you can join the Tatum Squad. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, for the life of me, I don't understand why every single time that there is a police-involved situation that y'all gotta go and support the dumbest of the dummies, the lowest of the low, the criminal of the criminals. I don't understand. 99.9% of police-involved shootings can be completely eliminated if people would just do a simple thing called not resist arrest, follow directions. How hard is that? Now let's talk about Mr. Jacob Blake. Because people are literally burning down their city in the name of Jacob Blake. As if he's an innocent man just getting in his car. He wasn't even doing nothing to nobody and them. No, yeah, he was. What do you think he was doing when he was going to his car after they had yelled at him and told him to stop? Mind you, they showed up to the car for a domestic violence situation. But let's talk about his history. Because some of y'all need a wake-up pill, need to understand what you're really protesting about and rioting and looting and burning down your own community about. So let's start, first things first, let's start with his criminal record. So you can put this in perspective. This is not Joe Schmo or your kid walking down the street getting gunned down for no reason. Let's go with the criminal record. All right, first and foremost, Mr. Jacob Blake had an active warrant at the time of this situation, right? Arrest warrant issued for this gentleman here. This is official documents. Let's go to the next thing. 2016. What is his criminal record look like? This is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Battery, which is a misdemeanor. Strangulation, domestic violence. You got bail jumping. I'm assuming that he skipped bail. Felony crime, disorderly conduct. These are criminal behaviors at 25 years old in 2016. Let's go to the year before, 2015. What is Mr. Blake doing? Endangering safety by use of a dangerous weapon while intoxicated. That means he was using a firearm or brandishing a firearm while intoxicated. Ladies and gentlemen, endangering the safety by use of a dangerous weapon, intentionally pointing at people, carrying a concealed weapon in a public building, and then resisting, obstructing, causing substantial bodily harm or soft tissue injury, disorderly conduct. Now, this situation that I'm talking about here, I think he got into it at a bar or something where he pulled a gun on patrons in the bar, ended up getting in a resisting arrest situation with the police, all of the above. This is criminal behavior, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of the articulation of what that was. Him getting, attacked with the K9, all of the above is right here. Y'all can freeze it on that later on, and you can watch it for yourself. This right here is another conviction. It's kind of blurry, but in his realm of convictions, 3rd-degree sexual assault, domestic abuse, felonies. Ladies and gentlemen, these are felonies. And this is pretty much what he had the warrant for. Felony crimes. All of these were what he was wanted for at the time that the incident happened. So I want to go further and show you the video. We got 2 angles. I wonder why people won't show you the first angle I'm about to show you. I can probably predict why they won't, but I'm telling you right now, they won't show that angle. Let's go to the first video with the first angle. I'm going to make it full screen. Let's watch it. I took the sound off. This one doesn't have sound. I took the sound off because I don't want to deal with the cursing and them in the abandoning this. So if you watch it, you can see clearly the noonday sun. Mr. Jacob, the police officers are here behind the car. They're getting into an altercation behind the car. Family all outside. Now they're on the ground right here. Look, they fighting him. I heard that they attempted to tase him a few times. Taser did not work. Now I cannot verify that because I wasn't there, but that was what was reported. He's fighting. He gets up. He gets up off the ground. We're going to go back. He gets up off the ground after fight with the police. He walks around the car, goes to the driver's seat. Now, I'm not a rocket scientist and never professed to be, but it don't take that much knowledge and understanding to realize he's not going to the car to get a lollipop to give the police officer and say, thank you for your service. That's not what his MO is. That's not what his criminal records show. So let's keep watching it. He goes around the car. They chase him around the car. They tell him, stop, stop, stop. He opened the door. They grab his shirt. He reaches in the car. Boom, he gets shot and killed. Now, he didn't get killed. Now, will he die? I don't know. That's up to God. But he got shot. He's still alive the last time I heard of his conditions. Now, let's look at the other viewpoint. This is from somebody, I guess, at their house. They're looking at the incident here. I'm going to make it full screen for us. So you got the gentleman arguing with the police officer, getting into an altercation, police officer behind the car. They make their way to the side of the car. Everybody's yelling and screaming and cussing and acting a fool. As you can see, there's stuff all on the floor over here. Something happened. They didn't just show up for nothing. This is domestic violence, ladies and gentlemen. He gets up, walking around the car. They got a gun pointed at him. They're telling him to stop. They tell him stop, 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 stop. He goes for the car. The officer tries to grab him. His baby mama and them is out there screaming, stop, stop, don't do it, please, stop, stop, stop. Because they know he's finna go to the car and do something stupid. So he goes, just like you would think, he goes in the car, boom, he gets the first shot, boom. He shot again, shot. He's still reaching. He's still reaching for stuff. Shot. She jumping up and down, going crazy because she know that that's what he was going to do, and she know that's the results. So he got shot. They go on, just like officers should do. They render aid to the gentleman right here on the ground. They were able to render aid to him. He got airlifted to a hospital, and he's still alive today. He's still alive to talk about his criminal behavior. I don't know if he's talking, but he's still alive. Ladies and gentlemen, why are people protesting and rioting over this? Why? Can somebody explain to me why? It's very simple. He's a criminal. He is behaving in a criminal manner before the police get there. That's why they were called. Once they're called, what does he do? He don't comply. He don't do what's right. He fight the police officers. And after he's fighting, they attempted to tase him and all of the above, which is what was reported. They attempted to tase him. He's walking around the car, still defying the police. Then he goes in his car to do what? The police don't have to wait for him to get a weapon or anything to do anything to him. They told him to stop. They pulled on his shirt. They attempted to stop him. And they used deadly force against him to protect the public and to protect themselves. Did he die? No, he didn't. This is what you call a use of deadly force. Now, that deadly force is justified based on what I saw. It's justified. It's very clear. And now if he subsequently died as a result of what happened, then that is what it is. That has nothing to do with whether the use of force was justified in its inception at the beginning. But y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop this. Y'all need to stop this. Every time a brother gets shot, right or wrong, y'all protesting. Screaming, burning down your own community, going to jail, acting a fool, being stupid. And let a little kid, 5-year-old, 12-year-old, 15-year-old, get shot in the head while dummies doing drive-bys in the community. Y'all don't burn nothing. Y'all haven't burned nothing. Little kids, innocent. I'm completely innocent. No criminal record, never did nothing wrong. Straight bullet to the dome. Y'all won't even burn down a stop sign. Y'all won't even protest for 35 seconds. And 80% of the time in Chicago, and I think it's around 70 to 80% of some of these things, they never get solved. Nobody's snitching. There is no justice. But y'all won't do nothing but you're screaming and you're putting the names of all these thugs on your shirt. Thugs. Can you name me somebody that wasn't resisting arrest? Even Laquan McDonald, high on PCP, running around with a knife in his hand, pointed at people, stabbing at officers. Unfortunately, an officer, I don't know why he shot him at that point in which he shot him, unjustifiable. But you had no business on PCP running around acting stupid in the first place. I mean, where's accountability? When does accountability step in? You had no business doing that in the first place. Michael Brown, Eric Garner. Bruh, you shouldn't be selling loosies. I don't care if it's legal or not legal. You know what I'm saying? If the police are confronting you, I mean, I don't care if you feel that it should be legal, but if the police confront you, bruh, do what they tell you to do. This ain't your first rodeo. 40-some arrests. Eric Garner got arrested 40-some times. It's not his first rodeo. Some of which were selling loosies, some of which were resisting arrest. Not his first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. Where you want to go? People add Sandra Bland in here. Sandra Bland ain't got nothing to do with nothing because she killed herself. But even if you want to talk about Sandra Bland, you kicked the police officer in the leg and you were acting like a nut. That's what led you to the point in which you got into a physical altercation with a police officer, led you to jail. Who you blaming, cuz? Who y'all blaming? Who y'all mad at? Be mad at yourself. B. Tatum will never get killed by a police officer in the manner in which these fools are getting killed or shot by police. Why? I don't care if I'm right or wrong. If a cop tell me to do something, you know what B. Tatum doing? I'm doing what the cop says. I don't care nothing about my emotions. I don't care about my feelings. I don't care about nothing. I'm doing what the cop says. You know why, Brandon? Because I don't want to get shot on purpose, on accident, or maliciously. I want to live to get that lawsuit. Because if you arrest me for no reason, I'm suing all y'all. I'm suing everybody. Nobody's safe. I'm suing everybody. That's how you should be playing the cards. But ladies and gentlemen, these people are conflating good law-abiding citizens, good black folks, with these nut jobs. These people are nuts. For you to fight a police officer, you are nuts. You're crazy. You're deranged. You want to get killed. You want to get seriously injured or killed in front of your kids. They keep crying about his kids were there. If your kids are there, why are you acting up? That should be more of a reason for you to comply, just for the sake of your children not having to witness you either beat somebody up or you get beat up and killed yourself. But they don't care about their kids. That's why they live a life of crime. That's why they just killing and dealing and stealing and willing. They don't care nothing about their kids. They don't care nothing about their family. I care about mine. That's why I'm not out committing crimes right now. I don't care how poor I am. If I didn't have no money to my name, I'm not going to commit crimes. You know why? Because I don't want to go to prison. You know why? Because I got a kid that's dependent on me to feed him. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. This is not rocket science. Y'all need to quit tripping. Get your stuff together. Stop resisting arrest. And you ain't got to worry about dying at the hands of police officers that are doing their job. And there was a black guy on the scene. Just unfortunately, he wasn't there in enough time to shoot the guy, because he probably would have. Anyway, I could talk about this for 3 or 4 more hours. I could talk about this all day. This is a subject that needs to be expressed upon. But I'm going to let y'all go back and review it, look at the details, look at the evidence. All of this stuff will be on TatumReport.com. The link is in the description section. Comment, let me know. Is B. Tatum tripping or is this unjustified? And I just fell off a rock and bumped my head. I don't know what's going on. You let me know in the comment section. Visit TatumReport.com. Like I said before, the Officer Tatum story. Y'all know what it is. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.
Okay, so what I want to finish out by saying a lot of stuff that he said made a lot of sense, because I've been saying the same thing. All the deaths that's been going on this year, black on black, you don't hear anybody say anything. No one's complaining. No one's rioting. No one's talking about it. That Father's Day weekend was the worst holiday weekend of this year so far. 104 people shot. So, and then you had all these little young kids that were shot and killed, teenagers shot and killed, caught in the crossfire of adults' decisions. Kids that haven't even begun their lives yet, haven't even did anything wrong to commit crimes, to have a record, but yet you go crazy over George Floyd, who's 46, that got a record as long as my arm, that was out there committing a crime the day he got killed. This gentleman here, we were just talking about, who was there, got all this domestic stuff. Y'all going crazy over people, adults that made decisions that ultimately brought them to their demise. And y'all ready to go crazy and destroy your town, but you don't hear a peep out of you when the innocent, the real innocent, are shot and killed. That's why I don't follow Black Lives Matter. I don't follow you social justice warrior people, because y'all scream racism and all this kind of shit when it's a white cop, but you don't say a word when it's black on black. You don't say a word. It's like y'all don't care. If I go out and blow somebody's brain out, y'all good. Somebody come blow my brain out, y'all good. But let a cop do it, then you got a problem. What's the difference? I need to know from y'all, what's the difference? All right, if it's a white cop to shoot a black person or another black person to shoot a black person, that black person is dead regardless. Why do it have to be different because it's a white cop that did it and not a black man that did it or a black woman that did it? Why is it different? That's why I can't get behind it. I can't follow it. I'm sorry, I can't. If y'all wanted me to be on y'all side and be the voice for you guys, you got to stand up and be accountable. You got to hold black people accountable for the fuckery that they do. If you want me to hold the police accountable, which I will, then I'm expecting you to hold the black people accountable. When you see that they resist arrest, they fought the police, they used the taser on them, they beat them up and everything, and then they got shot, I want to hear from you. I want to hear you say that black person was wrong for doing it. Shouldn't have even done that. Yeah, the cop shot him 11,000 times. But if the black guy would have complied, it wouldn't have happened. That's accountability. None of you SJWs ever bring up the accountability of the black kid. You never do. You always want to find accountability for the cop. You want to blame the cop for it. But you never, ever, ever say that black guy was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. He should have complied. He shouldn't have fought them. He shouldn't have ran. He shouldn't have resisted. I don't hear you guys say that. And you want to go and you want to destroy your neighborhood to where now you ain't got nowhere to go. You got nowhere to go buy your shit. You know, nothing. And they got your facial recognition. They're going to come get you. They're going to let you enjoy the rioting and destroying right now to after the election. And especially if Trump wins, they're coming for you. They're going to get you. They got your face. They're just letting you do all of the damage because they want Trump out of office so bad. They hate him so much, they hate y'all. They hate Trump so much that they're willing to sacrifice you social justice warriors, you black fools that will sit out there and destroy your neighborhood and let the white man come in your neighborhood and destroy it. And then go back to their nice, clean, beautiful neighborhood while your shit is in ruins. And y'all just let that shit happen. Y'all stupid. You're stupid. You're hand in hand, arm in arm with the white man that's helping you destroy your neighborhood. And he's laughing at you while he go back to his home where it ain't destroyed. Y'all dumb. And you deserve whatever the fuck happened to you because you're stupid and you're allowing it. I just had to say that because it gets on my nerve. I get phone calls, I get emails, I get all this shit about Sax, you're wrong, you hate your people, you wish you was white and all this. No. The difference between me and you is accountability. That's the difference. I can point out the fuckery on both sides. You can't. You're only seeing one side. Because that's the racist side of you that you're seeing. Yeah, black people can be racist. The fuck they can. Yes, they can. Bigoted, prejudiced, the works. That's working within you. That's the hate in you. That's making you only see one side and not the fact that if he wouldn't have resisted, if he wouldn't have went there to beat on that girl, if they wouldn't have had to call the police, if he had a warrant out for all the things that he had on his record, had he complied, he would not be fucked up right now in the hospital. Same thing with George Floyd. Same thing with all the rest of them. Same thing with the guy that got shot in the Wendy's parking lot. Comply. Go home. Fight in court. You want to win a fight? Fight it in court. Down the streets, you're going to lose. The cops might get off, get back pay. For what? You're gone. Stupid. Stupid. Dumb. So I'm just saying, start thinking about using your brains for a change. Cops pull up on you, comply. All right? They say you got a warrant out, take the L, man. Go to court. Fight that shit. Pay your fines, whatever you got to go do. But do what you're supposed to do to stay alive. Especially if you got a family. If you got something that's going on in your life that you need to stay in it, the best way to stay in it is to comply. Stop fighting. Stop arguing. Stop being an asshole. Stop being domestic violence. Stop all that. If you want to make it, you want to survive this shit, stop fighting. That's all I'm saying. Just like what the Officer Taylor said. Hey, I'm not gonna get killed by the police. I'm gonna comply. And yes, I've got pulled over several times by the police. They didn't know I was police. I complied. They saw that I complied. I was cool. They let me go. I didn't get one ticket. It's the attitude. You got the right attitude, they gonna have the right attitude. You got the fucked up attitude, they gonna have a fucked up attitude. It's just that simple. You got a family, go home to them. Take the L. Ain't about being a bitch or a sucker or whatever. So what? You're alive to talk about it. Call your lawyer if you got one. And say, this is what happened to me on 5th in Detroit or whatever. I need your help. Get the lawyer, pay the money, fight the shit in court. Don't fight on the streets, you would die. And you see what's going on out here. So all I'm saying is use your brains from now on, and not your fucking muscle. All right, I'm your boy Saxman. This has been the Saxman Russaw Show. Breaking news. Follow me on YouTube under the Saxman Russaw Show and Saxman Russaw on Diddy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for all your fun shit. This has been your boy. I love you. Take care.